What's up, Lorehounds? itZKoopa here. I'm here with Drew Walker in the Cryptozoic booth. He is the man for the Icecrown Citadel raid deck. You were the lead designer, correct?
I was the lead designer for this product. Yes.
So the raid deck is, you're bringing back the raids, and it's actually 3 people versus 1 other person.
Yes. The raids are all basically made to be 3-on-1. This one specifically is the Lich King playing against Lady Jaina, Sylvanas, and High Lord Tyrion, and they're all meant to be like, this one is meant to be a party in a box, basically, that you can just open it up, play with your friends, no extra rules. Game plays exactly like a normal game of WoW TCG, and yeah.
Yeah, so you don't need anything else. It's full enclosed. It's all you need. You don't need any extra cards, right?
Nope, you don't need any extra cards. Everything you need is in here. All 3 decks for the 3 raid heroes are there, and then the Lich King's deck is in there too.
So one of the things they've always had an issue with in the past was keeping the card, the TCG, in line with what gamers are experiencing. Are you guys looking to try and stay on top? Because he already has the Cataclysm stuff out, so that's a good start.
Yeah, we try to stay as current with the MMO as we possibly can. Obviously, like if we tried to do Wrath of the Lich King when Cataclysm out, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense if everything's frosty and blue and cold, and then we're trying to do fiery, Deathwing, and all that type of stuff. So, we try to stay as current as we can so that we can attract those MMO players and so that people can feel like it's an extension of the WoW universe, not just like this extra thing that exists.
How many different ways can this be played, like, encounter-wise, so, people don't think it gets stale and they wasted their money?
Well, like, you can, originally, like how when it comes out of the box, you can play as Lich King against these 3 heroes, and they have 3 specific decks to go with them, but there's no reason why you can't, on your own, just use your 3 constructed decks that you have, or if you have other decks that you want to try, like people play in tournaments, they could take a tournament deck that they play when they go to their local hobby store and use that instead. And like the Lich King deck comes with specific cards in it, but if you and a buddy if both of you guys have a raid deck, you can easily just take multiple copies of other cards, throw it in one Lich King deck, and make it like a heroic mode version of it to give it some extra pep.
And how influential is the person who's playing the Lich King, or the person who's playing the boss in any encounter?
The person who's playing the Lich King, probably when you first play it, will want to be the person who's most familiar with the TCG, because his cards are a little more complicated than the cards for those 3. But in my experience, if the Lich King player is significantly better or even remotely better than the other 3, usually just drop dead. But
really don't have much of a chance?
Yep, they got to build up to it. Like, took me a long time to kill the Lich King. Takes everyone else a long time to kill him.
Me too. So another issue I guess the card game has had is people buying the cards either for the art or for the loot, and maybe not actually playing it much. What is Cryptozoic doing going forward to try and actually suck us into really sitting down and playing with each other?
So the biggest change that we had, which started I think about a year ago, was when we added the starter decks that are almost exclusively for MMO players. There's all 10 classes on both factions, Horde and Alliance, to get people familiar with the game, and as many of the abilities as possible in there are abilities that people know. So if I buy the Mage deck, I'm going to get a Fireball and a Frostbolt and a Frost Nova and stuff like that. If I buy the Warrior deck, I'm going to get some weapons that if you've played for a while, you might recognize, you might not, depending on when you started the game, but I'm going to get Execute, and I'm going to get Intercept, and I'm going to get Charge. And it's really to show them that, hey, this game is actually, has stuff from the MMO and is like the MMO, but it offers a different experience and an abstraction that we can explore that the video game can't necessarily do because of limitations of the world or the video game that they're in.
So you give them that familiarity so they feel comfortable here, but now you're secretly getting them addicted to the card game?
Yeah, we plant the seeds just so you're familiar with it, and then you're like, oh god, I can't stop, want to buy PAX, Ah!
And then the loot just becomes a bonus, like it was meant to be.
Yes. That's the idea.
Okay, so the raid deck just came out recently, as did the Cataclysm stuff, correct?
Yeah, don't know when exactly, don't remember when they exactly came out, but these are our most recent products. Worldbreaker was our most recent set. We have War of the Elements is our next set, which basically features the Elemental Lords, a lot of elemental stuffs, Therazane, Alakir, Ragnaros, and which one is Neptulon. And you know, the Worldbreaker had the red and green Dragonflights with Alexstrasza and Ysera as the master heroes, and then War of the Elements is going to add Nosdormu and Kaligos as the bronze and blue leaders as master heroes, and those dragons will offer a different play experience than the red and green ones did, and you know, and then we actually have new starter decks coming out that are upgraded for Cataclysm, so they'll have goblins and worgans in them, and there'll be goblin heroes, worgan heroes, all that.
Staying true to where we are in the game. I love it.
Trying to keep everyone feel the Cataclysm and show that we're up with it. We're in Cataclysm too.
Well, you passed the lore test, so I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Even said the names right, I believe, every single one, which is difficult enough for anybody. So it looks great. I can't wait for us to play test it some more, and you guys should really check it out. I mean, just look how badass the art looks and the cards. And
show the back too, the front and back.
Oh, we got a back too. Yeah, they're different. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.